doing well. Today's video, I'm not even sure what's going to be in it myself yet. I did film a load of stuff this week on my new phone. I'm showing off now. No, I got an upgraded phone. I did ask for a downgrade, but they don't do downgrades, so they sent me a new one. And it's put all my video files in Kodak, which is, I think it's like a high definition compressed video file. But when I try and put them onto the PC, they're not corrupted. You have to pay for a software to convert them back to standard MP4. I mean, I'm not a techie or anything like that. You can do it, but you can only do one file at a time for free. So it's going to take me, well, not years, but it's going to take me about 4 months to do each file. Unless I pay like £100 and some pound for the software. So I'll have to see what I can do. I might have to scrap that video off. There was some interesting bits in there, but it is what it is. My rubbish videos aren't worth spending that much money on trying to get the software back. So today I was actually supposed to be fitting an unvented cylinder, which I'd ordered a month ago with my supplier. They told me it was going to be 20 working days. It was supposed to be delivered last Wednesday. It never got delivered. They said it was definitely going to be delivered this Wednesday. It's Thursday today, and it didn't show up yesterday. So it turns out they haven't even made it yet. But they said I can go down tomorrow to pick it up, but it's 2.5 hours away. It's for a care home. It was an unvented cylinder. It's actually split. So yeah, they've had no hot water now. They've had to turn it off. So yeah, I'm getting under pressure by the client. So I'm going to have to take a trailer down tomorrow because it's a 300 litre one. I know you shouldn't even store them horizontal. And yeah, go pick it up. It's going to take me all afternoon. It's about 2 hours and 20 on the sat nav by the time I pick the trailer up. And then come back, it's going to take me 5 hours. So yeah, I've got that to sort tomorrow now, and I'll have to fit that cylinder Monday. Today I'm going to go second fix the bathroom there, actually first fix last year. I've not been on this job for ages now. But yeah, hopefully that goes okay. Hopefully I can get some footage as well. I don't always know until I turn up. I do get a bit camera shy if other people are on site. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to make a video of something. I do have loads of stuff on my computer, but the video I wanted to make, I can't do because I've got the Kodak files, as I say. And somebody's actually sent me a mystery parcel. I've had a sneak peek at this. You're going to be really impressed with this. I don't normally do parcel openings or anything like that on the channel, but you're going to be really impressed with this. So I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that. If people send me emails, I always politely decline because my channel's not a QVC shopping channel, but I am going to show you this and you're going to be really impressed with it. It's the best thing I've ever received, genuinely, and I'm so grateful. So yeah, we'll get straight on with the video, and the next thing is going to be the mystery unparcel boxing. Back on this job, I've got the pedestal basins put in and the toilet. I actually thought it was already, but this area here is being mermaid boarded in the shower, so I can't pop the shower on. All the floor's tiled, so we're good to put the toilet basin in. We've also got radiator to drop on there. That wall, I don't think it was skirting board last time. I think it was skimmed but not decorated, so got that radiator to drop on, and the towel rail if it's on site. Customers providing me stuff. What I might do is see if I've got some valves in the van, just save me draining it down again. So yeah, that's what we're going to crack on with. I'm actually going to show you the mystery package next because you're going to love this. I love it, so yeah, we'll do that first. Are you ready for it? You'll be impressed with this. Look at that, look, a new brush. It is a 11-inch basin banister. Thank you so much, whoever sent that. There's no name, so whoever sent that out, thank you so much, I really appreciate it. So I don't normally do this sort of thing, but yeah, I definitely get some good use out of that. That's going to take pride of place in my tool bucket as well. Right on top. It's actually lucky it found me. It went to the wrong address. It went to the place where my sister-in-law works, and she brought it up. So yeah, I don't know how it ended up at the wrong address and how it found me, but it was obviously fate, that. Look at that, look, it's a good one. So I'm going to get this pedestal basin set up first. What I normally do with these is I'll sit the basin on top, mark the fixing lugs, and fix the basin on, and then remove the pedestal. That way we can pipe it all up, and it makes it a lot easier. And then if you ever have to work on the trap or the waste, you can just pull the pedestal out, cut the silicone off, and pull the pedestal out. Hopefully we've got our first fix bang on. I mean, I did guess this a little bit, but it should be near his diameter. We've got hot, cold and a waste coming through. The towel rail is actually in there, so I can get that done as well as the toilet. I'll get this tap made up for a start. I do actually prefer these flexi tails, the ones that go onto a nut and olive like that. I think they're better. rather than the ones with like a male end. So they just go in hand tight only. You don't need to put grips or anything like that on them. And then you've got the two fixing bolts, which just screw in like so. Just a box spanner to tighten them up. With these wastes, you need to line the hole up with your overflow. Some of them are slotted all the way around, but this one's only got a slot in the back. Now I do these a controversial way. I've always done mine like this. The important thing with plumbing is keeping the water in the pipes. So you can sort of do them how you want, as long as it doesn't leak. But that's how I do mine. I know you can get, some people use Plumber's Mate, you can get them basin fixing waste kits now, can't you? All sorts of stuff, but I've been doing it like that 12 years. And I have took them out again in the past, and not a problem. As tight as it needs to be. So I've dropped that pedestal on. We need to mark the fixing bolts. In fact, yeah, I think I can just get in and mark it in. So I've marked the bracket centres. So we're just drilling a 12mm hole. Not an awful lot on that wall, to be fair. I know these walls were terrible. The plasterer had to build them out a lot. I'm using one of these, what are they? Viva basin fixing kits. So it's just 2 threaded bars, two nuts, 2 plastic nuts and 2 nuts. So with a bit of luck, I can get a fix in. So your plastic nut goes on first. It just acts as a washer, and then you're the one just to tighten it up. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to film, to be honest. And this ain't no Hollywood production. So that is fixed on the wall solid. It's probably not level, but I can level up in a second. Let's grab it. I can see it's not level, just when my pucker plies. Yeah, it wants to go up a bit that side, but it can do. Then we should be able to pipe this up, slide the basin underneath, slide the ped underneath, and it'll make our life a lot easier. So that is bang on where we need to be solid and fixed. One of my pet hates is when people put something behind basins. There's absolutely no need for it as long as your wall. I understand sometimes you can be on a plasterboard wall or whatever, but if you've got a solid wall, I know this wall's a bit rubbish really, but you've still managed to get good fixings. And that way, if anybody comes to work on it, pull the pedestal out, and you've got full access to change the waste, the trap. You know, even if you wanted to change the tap, it makes it easier. So we've got the really straightforward task of just piping this in now. Nothing really to explain. Hot on the left, cold on the right. Should have picked up some more Boss White. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. About out, but I always use a little bit of jet blue. It's not Boss White, it just rhymed. Jet blue on my compression fittings, and then just tighten them up. Boss White's not RAS approved. It's the old stuff you used to use, like Boss White and hemp. I think they do a RAS approved version. I think it's Boss Blue. The other good thing of doing it like this is you can check for leaks before you put your pedestal back. Blimey, I'm scraping the barrel with the jet blue, but we'll be alright. Don't need a lot. So this is a pedestal tap. In theory, my waste pipe should have gone straight in, but I think the walls come out a little bit further than anticipated. I mean, I might actually get it. Cut it off about there somewhere. If not, I'll have to use A45. I'll see what it looks like. No, I think I'm going to have to use a couple of 45s. Not the other ones. Right, I don't know if the water's on or off actually. It might be turned off. Oh, it is on. Already put it to good use. So the water's onto that. Actually, the water must be off. I lied. It must have just been the pressure in the pipe. We're going to turn the water on and we'll get all this waste and everything tested. So that's the water all on. I'll fill this up, check this waste, fill it up to overflow. And then we'll just slide the pedestal back in. Right, so that's leaking out the side of the basin. I think it's coming out that mould there, look. I've never seen that before. Look, I don't think it's out my waste. I think that's out the basin. Well, in fact, I'm sure it is. Just no quality control, this sort of stuff. I might, then I'll have to have a word with the customer. The customer's provided all this stuff, you see. It might just wipe a little bit of silicone over it. So, I think it's coming out that bit there, ever so tiny. So I need to get this system made up now. They've actually sent decent quality toilet internals out. The ones with the adjustable stems, I don't fit anymore because a lot of them have lost the RAS approval because people putting in blue chemical blocks in the toilet cisterns and then the blue water ending up back in the water main. There's a case study on the Water Board's website. Just put in blue water case study and it comes up. So the ones with adjustable stems, a lot of them are losing their RAS approval. Some of them have put check valves inside now, but these solid ones, you're never going to get any contamination. Yeah, I'll make these up, no need for any silicone or anything like that, and then we'll drop that straight on top of the pan. I like these ones as well because they send you multiple, well, they send you your big fat one that goes inside, washer. Big fat washer. And then we can put the other rubber one and the nylon one. I probably should have put the other fixings in first because it would have been easier, but hey ho, I like a struggle. Like making life more hard work than it needed to be. The only one thing I would say, the brass shank ones are better, but it is what it is. The ones with the single piece that go through the cistern, I don't like as much. I like to put another nut underneath. So again, big fat one inside. washer, and then your nut. Now with these toilets you have to use a flexi on them because there's no way you can connect the water pipe on after, because you have to drop them through the pan. I'll show you what I mean in a second, it will become clear. And I won't be able to screw this pan down because there's electric underfloor heating in here. Now when I put it down, I didn't actually show it on video. I might post a little clip in a second. The kit that was sent, I struggled to lose it in this room. It was probably a little bit too big for the room, so I had to run it under the toilet pan. So what I might do is stick the L brackets down. The weight of the pans, to be honest with you, when they're just silicone round, hold them in normally anyway. But I can't screw this down because of the electric underfloor heating. These pans are really heavy. To be honest with you, they're nearly too heavy. So just get that lubed up. And then when I put make sure everything's well lubricated up. This pan connector on the pan was super tight. I don't know if the spigot's a little bit tight on the pan. You can see when I tried it on a minute ago, it's left all the black marks on the pan. So what I'm hoping to do is just shove that back. Oh, these pans are flipping heavy. Might actually pay. Put it on the pan first. Try and drop it. Drop it into that. I think that's pretty good, actually. Like it a bit more like that so it hides the cold feed. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more than that. Drop the cistern on and then I'll just have to pipe that in. Feed the flexi through the hole. Donut washer's on. And the cistern back. You guys probably can't see any of this, but wing nuts, washer, wing nut and thingy. I've actually just pulled the pan back out just because it's going to make it easy to connect the water feed up. The reason that I was going to try and do it with it, and it's just that it's so heavy with the cisterns on, but we'll work it, we always do. I've turned the water back off again, I've remembered to do that. There's going to be a drop in this. It always is. I should have pasted that up. Probably be alright. Let's get a bit of paste on it. Pop a bit of paste. I'm mopping up exercise now. I see the dehumidifier was in here. They obviously knew I was coming. Normally mop and bucket left in the corner. Plumber's come in, or Tom's come in, leave him up and bucket out. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get mopped up and we'll get that pan dropped back in. I normally would slide the pan onto the thing. But I don't want to slide that way. Beautiful. That's fine. So get the cistern screwed back, we'll get the water on, and as I say, I'll end up siliconing around this pan just because of the electric underfloor heating, but the weight of them, they don't move anyway. Right, we'll get the cold feed onto the toilet. Make sure the water level's set. It shuts off anyway. Yeah, I've done my my best with that. So you can't actually see any of the pipe work when you look down the side. You're always going to see that pan connector. It's just how it is. But considering I didn't have any of the stuff when I first fixed this, I'm fairly happy. The water line is there on this one, so it's bang on. Make sure we've got no leakers. Yeah, I think we're good. All bone dry. I always use clear around the bottom of my pans, down 785. It's pretty much the best you're going to get with silicone. So I'm just having a look at this tower. It's like a white textured one it is. They've sent me some white textured valves. I know they probably don't look textured on the radiator, but they're like, I don't know, they're not smooth, they're like rough, but they look quite nice then. I don't mean rough in the sense, you know what I mean. And they've sent me these, so what I'll probably do is set the radiator to the height of them tails coming out of the floor. So pipe collar, that through the floor, and then the valve just on top, like that. The good thing about these valves are 3/4, so we'll have no movement in them pipes, but that union there will make it so we can split. I have left myself a drain off point on this radiator here, which will be fitting a drain off tap, which will drain the whole system from this hallway one. So open that service valve straight into a hose, and that will get rid of all the pressure, and we'll get these valves made up. I've still not been converted to this rapid blue stuff. It's Octane 55 every time for me, and a little bit of jet blue. You shouldn't really use jet blue, but it's one thing I've never had caused me a problem. So with these, the fewer amount of rails goes at the top and the most amount goes at the bottom. You do see occasionally them hung upside down. I mean, I'm not saying I've never done it, but sometimes you're not thinking all the time. There, tight tail. But yeah, I know I always keep my brackets as tight into the side as possible, just so you've got most room in the towel. This is only really a towel warmer in here because I've got on-floor heating. But yeah, we'll get them wound in. So what I'm going to do is pre-paste all my valves up here. These are actually quarter turn, so it's just like a tap cartridge inside. Just in case I get a little bit of water, I don't want to flood this floor, and then we'll cut them off. Oh, my pipes are nearly too short, aren't they? But they're alright, and they're going to be long enough just. I could have always shortened these collars down, but we want to be just above that speed fit cap end. Is there any movement? And my pipes are solid, see. We might get a little bit of water. I've got a towel down there, we're fine, look. Collar, collar. And then we want to be cutting off about there. If I hadn't put a towel down there, you can guarantee we'd have got water. That is just a mucky mark off my spanner. It's not actually marked it. Just the white shows everything. Yeah, absolutely. Bang on. Ish, yeah, within half a mil. So if my pipe's the right centre from the wall, which they should be, we can drop that tower out onto the valves and mark around the brackets. Just be like there a minute. On there then. Oh, it's not bad. Again, we're within parameters. So I can't really film this very easily. I just need to draw around draw around these and get the brackets on these walls. You get the idea. And we'll fix them through and then finally get the tower rail fitted. I don't know if the camera shows it, but they're my 4 fixing points. Drill in the centre of there, plug and screw them, fit them brackets, and then just drop the tower rail on. I don't always do them like this. Sometimes I work the brackets out and then pipe up, but I just thought it was going to be easy like this on this one. So yeah, something like that. I mean, there's not a lot to fix to on the wall. Having said that, that one's got a good fixing. The reason I'm using my SDS, it can just smash the bricks apart. The ones at the top, the drill nearly disappeared. I mean, I'll get it. It's the curse of the camera, that. It's actually found some fixings, which is good. I'm not complaining, although I am. But you know what I mean. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's so much. Never use them screws that come with it because they just round off. Just use your 2.5 tens or whatever size plumbers use, whatever size you've got in the van. Oh, that's not bad for an old boy, you know. I just had to whip them 2 fixings out the front just to give myself a little bit more movement, just make it easier. I can just tighten them back on now. That's all right. I never actually checked to see if the tower rail was level, so it's absolutely bang on the money. What I'm going to do is not put the air taps in there yet because I'm going to pour some inhibitor starter in there, but I'm going to get this radiator done in here. I might not film this, all I've got to do is solder 2 elbows up, bracket's already on, drain off tap probably in that side, or that side, one of the 2, I'll probably tuck it in that way out the corner. And then I'll be back on this one when they've got the shower mermaid board in. The mermaid boards are in there, so it's just a bar shower, rainfall head up that side. My gully just drops on, and then I've just got a screen and a brace bar, and that's finally this job. I'll get this radiator done in there, have a tidy up, and then I'll wrap the video up. But yeah, just a weight off your shoulders. I did actually come, when did I come? About 6 weeks ago. I did all the tanking, but I had a massive sore throat and cold. And I could hardly talk, but I might include some of that at a later date. I don't know, I've just got hours and hours of footage on my PC, but it's not in the wrong format I have. I'm not good when it comes to that sort of stuff. I normally film on my GoPro, but I thought I'd film this week on my phone. It's all in the wrong format, isn't it? What an idiot. But yeah, I'll get that radiator done in there, and then we'll wrap the video up. I'll tell you a story while I'm connecting this here. I know I said I wasn't going to film this, but bugger it, you know, got the camera out now. You know this boiler grant scheme thingy-mabobby? Not the boiler grant scheme, what am I talking about? The £120
levy we had to pay on the boilers, didn't we, at the start of the year. I've had my money back from some of my suppliers, but some of my suppliers aren't giving it back. I actually spoke to Worcester about this the other day, and they've said they've given all the money back. So I spoke to my supplier, and they said, "Oh, Worcester shouldn't have told you that. You know, they have given it back, but they're giving it like in one big lump sum, so we don't know who's had what and all this." But it's a load of rubbish, really, because I was going to give that money back to the customers, so they should not be hanging on to it. So if you've paid the any boilers, I think I've had about 8 or 10 from that supplier, they should have given it back, and they've been told they're supposed to have given it back, and they haven't. So obviously all these merchants holding on to this money, it's wrong. So yeah, I'm going to try and get my money back, and I'd recommend everybody trying to get their money back as well, because it's wrong. It should go back to the customers who were charged it. Typical of getting water on this one, isn't it? But I shouldn't get a lot. Let me get a towel. And I'm not going to name any names or merchants or anything like that, but yeah, I think they're all as bad as each other. I shut the bulkhead valves on the boiler when it stopped it. It must have been coming, just breathing on the AAV a little bit. I did let that cool a little bit as well. Come on, let's be in here. I think the drain off tap's going to look best like that. I need to put one on there. I didn't want it stuck out, so I'll get this soldered up quickly. The GoPro's about to run out of memory, so that's it, all done. These proper Talon ones, they never seem to snap. They're a lot softer. Some of the cheap ones, every time you bend them, they just break in half. But it is worth paying extra for the Talon ones. I'm going to get something in between now, and I'm going to find a drain off tap in the middle in the van. That one's all done. That means all the heating is done and dusted on this job. In the in-between, I am going to end the video there though, just because the GoPro's nearly, the SD card's nearly full. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Whoever sent me that brush, thank you so much. I'm going to treasure that. I really did need a new brush. I've had my old one, what, 13 years now? Probably 14 years. So yeah, if that one does as well, I'll nearly be retired hopefully. No, not quite that old yet. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next week. I could do with one of them. I am a bit of a cowboy.